Welcome to part 3 of 6, Balzac, Costco to Airdrie. And so we're just backing out here, ready to go around the gas pumps and head on back over to Métis Trail and then northbound. So, the little cubby hole, which is the storage container under the gas tank on the Navi, came in very handy. Pick up a few items, and actually you can fit a full jug of milk in there. Barely fits in, but you can fit it in there with extra space around it. It's just the opening is a little narrow for one of those big gallon jugs of milk. But we're going to head back here to the gas pumps, and this is the easy way of getting out. Usually there's a lineup of traffic trying to get out of here, so we're going to do it the easy way today. Go around the gas pumps, and then we're going to head back down to where we came in. Lots of snow there piled up, and yeah, still a big lineup of people trying to get into Costco gas. Lots of water here too, but it's a nice warm day, and the Navi's running perfectly, and I'm putting in a few more miles on it to get ready for a long summer of riding. So one of the interesting things about the Navi is the strange brake setup that it has. Now you have a foot brake like a normal motorcycle, but that foot brake also applies some of the front brake. Then on the right handlebar you can see there's a brake lever. That's the front brake, just like a normal motorcycle. And on the left handlebar is a parking brake, which operates the rear brake separately. So some people have changed the left brake lever, made it longer, and retained the parking brake functionality. That means you can just simply use the left and right brake levers to brake the motorcycle. And that's kind of a strange setup, that you've got like a couple of different ways to brake. The foot brake for normal braking, then you can refund the front brake with the brake pedal to increase your braking power, or you can use that little parking brake lever, but you won't get much leverage on it because it's pretty short. So now we're going to turn down here back the way we were going to go, because you can't get across the median. So we're going to have to go down here and make a U-turn, and that will get me heading back north. It's kind of a weird way of getting in and out of Costco, but c'est la vie. That's the way they made it. Okay, so I gotta watch the gravel here, because gravel and motorcycles just doesn't work so well on paved roads. And so now we are coming up here to the next intersection, and Métis Trail basically disappears from this point on. So we're coming up to Township Road 262, which is Highway 566 that runs east to Highway 9. We're heading north on Range Road 293. And this is a way that I usually go to get some eggs from a farm up here. So gotta watch those big potholes. Whoa, that's a nasty one. And yeah, we just follow along here doing 60 kilometers an hour at the moment, and a lot of farmland out here. Not too much happening out here on the prairie, but we got a big steep hill coming up ahead, and at the very top of that steep hill is a dangerous intersection, because you can't see what's coming up the other side of the hill until you're right at the point where you have to turn down that road. So I'm going to show that to you. So Navi is doing well, got some time to waste, so I might as well go up to Airdrie and get a coffee, sit around for half an hour or so, and then it should be time to head back to Costco. So it's a really nice little bike, like I say. Wonderful for getting around, and so we're going to show you some back roads up here. A nice way to getting into Calgary on low-speed roads. Some of the road will be down to 30 kilometers an hour for several miles, which is nice. The Navi likes that. And it's nice to go slow and just enjoy it. So we're at the top of the hill here, and I'm going to make a left just to show you how bad this intersection is here. Now you can just barely see it. By the time you get to the turn, you can just barely see down the other side of the road. Normally I go down this road and I just go get some eggs down here. I'm also thinking, you know, down the end, if I go to the very end of the road, I can turn right and go alongside Highway 2. But part of that road has now been torn up. It used to go, I think it was onto Kingsview Boulevard, and then I could get into Airdrie that way. But you get up on top of this hill here, and down at the bottom, if you turn right, it's going to be a dead end. If you turn left, you can go back to Costco, to near Costco, and then take a right and go across the west side of Deerfoot, or turn north and head up Deerfoot to Airdrie. But we're just going to turn around here, head back this way, and then continue on heading north. So there we go. It's all clear, and we'll buzz around the corner here and get going. So speed limit along here is 60, which is quite easy for the Navi. And it's really nice out here. This part of the country, just rolling prairies. Not much else happening out here. Yep. And camera there. Yeah, I gotta adjust my my sunglasses on my helmet. It's got a sunglass visor that kind of pops down inside the helmet, and so I don't have to wear sunglasses. And this is where the Navi runs best. It's right around 60, 70. And it just hums right along. Yeah, it's really steerable. Yeah, it's low center of gravity makes it very maneuverable to weave back and forth. And yeah, the only thing that well, there's a few things I'd like to do with the Navi. I'd like to get some kind of a rear rack on it so I can mount a second gas tank and hook up a gas line right to the carburetor so I can run off of both tanks at the same time. That would be ideal. And I wouldn't need a very large gas tank. I was thinking 5 liter would be nice, but yeah, I'm just going to pull over here and readjust things a bit. I forgot to close the flap on my gas tank here, and I've got my garage door opener in there, so I want to make sure I'm going to have that on the way back. And away we go. Got her all started up again. And we'll continue on northbound. So 293, we're going to take it way up to Township Road 264. And then I'm going to hang a left there. So that should be a little distance ahead here. When I get to it, I'll know when I get there because it's a gravel road ahead, and I'll just take a left. So this should be it up here, I believe. And of course this guy's going right. And he took it a little bit too sharp, and the trailer went off the edge of the road there, but I'm going left. And of course the speed limit is still quite low here, 60 kilometers an hour, just perfect. So you get to see a lot more of the country on the Navi than what you would do on a full-size motorcycle where you can just get on a highway and open the throttle and just go. But you miss everything. Lower speeds, you get to see a lot more of the country. Takes a while longer too, but I've got time to waste today. So now I'm going to take a right turn on Sharp Hill Drive, I believe this is. And that is 30 kilometers. Goes through a residential area. Street sweeping in your neighborhood, okay. Yeah. Nice weavy back roads. Go through neighborhoods. And yeah, we're going to go down here a little bit here. So now we're at the 30 kilometer an hour area, which is really cool for cruising around on the Navi. It's one of my favorite slow speed sections through here. Everybody has to go slow. It's kind of a winding road. Actually, in the wintertime, I came through here and some guy had gone off the road down into a deep ditch and tried to climb out. I guess he got stuck there because it was still sitting there. Couldn't get up the other side of the ditch after he went off the road, and that's the problem with going fast down some of these windy roads in the wintertime. They rarely get much attention, and you can slide off a road and then it's going to be expensive getting out of there. So yeah, I get down to the end here and I know part of the road goes to the right and part goes to the left. And I think we just follow this around for a few more miles here. A lot of big estates down here. Big yards, like just huge yards. Big houses, big yards. I guess it'd be a good place to buy an expensive home and then just sit on it for a few years. And yeah, this is where it splits. So we're gonna take a left. Follow this around here for a distance. What we want to do is we want to end up on Kingsview Boulevard, southeast in Airdrie. Boy, I'd hate to have to mow those lawns every year. I bet they all have riding lawnmowers out here because these yards are absolutely huge. Get to see a lot of different styles of houses out here. And I'm doing it on pennies. Riding this distance on pennies. Still 30. Goes on for a little ways yet. I used to come down this with my e-bikes and regular bikes because 30 kilometers an hour is a good speed on a bicycle. And you're pretty much able to keep up with traffic. Let's see, we're getting close to Airdrie now. Yeah, so let's see, yeah, we're getting fairly close now. I believe we're getting very close. I believe I have to turn left here. Airdrie, city limits. Yay, we made it to Airdrie. So I should be making a left here, but I'm going to go across here into the residential area and make a U-turn because there's quite a bit of traffic at that intersection. So I'll just get out of the way here. I want to see what's up here anyway. See what kind of houses there are up in this area, and we'll just make a U-turn here and follow this guy back around onto the intersection, and then I'll just hang a right. So I'll just hang a right at the stop sign here, and then I'll be heading westbound on 40th Ave in Airdrie. Then I will be taking a right on Kingsview Boulevard. So it's not very far down here. If I go straight ahead, I'll go over top of Deerfoot or Highway 2 and over to the west side of Airdrie, but we're heading north. And the roads down here are 50 kilometers an hour. So we'll see you in the next clip, part 4 of 6.